yesterday. 10 out of 10, wish I could forget.
Lovely. That's the opposite of my experience. Anyways, the Champions League. Oh my goodness, guys. We're back. Second leg of the knockout phase. Some of these games, I'm just at a loss of words for what to say. Like, it's just crazy stuff that happened again. I just don't even... looking through these... Again, I'm speechless. Like, I think the most tame game is Arsenal and Leverkusen. And that's not saying that much. That's like the only one that doesn't have a wild scoreline. But per usual, we're going to go through the scores, give you updates on each game, and we can reveal the quarterfinalists. So, and who's playing. And we're in for a doozy. Let's just start there.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. Before we get too far into this video, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe and turn on your post notifications because this is one of 2 bonus episodes this week. And if you're new here, I'm Em. That's Julie. We're really bad at introducing ourselves. As you can tell, we're like a minute and a half, 2 minutes into this episode and we haven't even said who we are. Anyways, but feel free to check out our other episodes as well. There will be a link to another episode at the end of this video, so you can watch more of us talk about sports. And then our other bonus episode this week is the recap of the Chinese Grand Prix, so you can expect that. And what a fun time that was. Anyways, now we'll continue on with this video.
Yes. So first things first is the knockout phase, round 2. A heads up on that. But our first team, Sporting, beat Bodo 5-0. Bodo had 4 shots on target, 8 shots total, 41% of possession and 4 corners. Sporting had 14 shots on target, 36 shots total, 59% of possession and 16 corners. Goncalo Ignacio scored a goal in the 34th minute. And then Pedro Goncalves had a goal in the 61st minute. Luis Suarez got a goal in the 78th minute, penalty. And then Maximiliano,
I know the last name is Araujo.
Scored in the 92nd minute. And then Raphinha scored in the 128th minute, +1. And then Francisco God bless.
I don't know. We picked the wrong one to start out with.
I don't know. I'm working on my pronunciation, guys. He was also the man of the match. It's 5-3 on aggregate, and Sporting advances.
Our next game, Barcelona beat Newcastle 7-2. Barcelona advanced 8-3 on aggregate. I was watching the game. At halftime, it was 3-2. And we know the last game was 1-1. And it was 3-2 at halftime. And then I come back and I see 7-2 is the final score. So they went and scored 4 goals in the second half. But Newcastle had 6 shots on target, 9 shots total, 37% of possession, and 2 corners. And let me tell you, they're 2 goals. Fantastic. And they were both scored by Anthony Alonga in the 15th and 28th minutes. Barcelona had 3 shots on target, 10 shots total, 63% of possession, and 6 corners. yet they still scored 7 goals despite having 10 shots total.
That's crazy.
Their goals were scored by Raphinha, Marc Bernal, Lamine Yamal, of course, Fermin Lopez, and Robert Lewandowski, who had a brace in the 6th, 18th, 45 plus 7, so stoppage time of the first half, 51st, 56th, 61st, and 72nd minutes. And Raphinha was the man of the match for this game. I just have no words. 7-2, that's all you gotta know.
That's crazy. But then we have Liverpool beats Galatasaray. Liverpool advances on aggregate 4-1. And then Galatasaray had 1 shot on target, 2 shots total, 44% of possession, and 2 corners. Liverpool had 16 shots on target, 28 shots total, 56% of possession, and 6 corners. Goals scored by Dominic Szoboszlai. Sure. In the 25th minute, Hugo in the 51st minute, and Ryan in the 53rd minute, and Mohamed Salah in the 62nd minute. And then Dominic Szoboszlai, sure, was man of the match.
Yeah, Hugo Ekitike and Ryan Gravenberch.
Sorry, I was not going to try and attempt that.
No, I was gonna say something and then you skipped over it and I was like, okay, we're just gonna plug along here. The next game, oh my gosh, we have Real Madrid beating 10 men, Man City 2-1. Real Madrid advance on aggregate 5-1. Man City had 7 shots on target, 21 shots total, 54% of possession, and 9 corners, despite having a red card in the 20th minute, and that was to Bernardo Silva. According to my sister, it was like a handball or something like that, so I don't know, I didn't watch this game because I'm a generational hate watch on Real Madrid. But their goal was scored by Erling Haaland in the 41st minute. On the opposite side, Real Madrid had 8 shots on target, 16 shots total, 46% of possession, and 6 corners. And their goals were in the 22nd and 90th plus 3, so stoppage time of the second half, both by Vinny. And he was the man of the match as well.
Awesome. And then Spurs beats Atleti 3-2. Atleti advances 7-5 on aggregate. Spurs had 10 shots on target and 15 shots total, 50% of possession and 7 corners. Goals from
Colomane.
Oh, I didn't even see the last part. At the 30th minute. And Xavi Simons in the 52nd minute and the 90th minute penalty. Then Atleti had 7 shots on target, 17 shots total, 50% of possession and 7 corners. Goal scored by Julian Alvarez in the 47th minute. And David Honchko?
I would go
Hanko? Sure. In the 75th minute, Xavi Simons was man of the match.
I love that guy. That's all I can say. I love that guy. He should have came to Bayern. Anyways, speaking of which, guess what we're talking about now. Bayern beat Atalanta 4-1. It was 10-2 on aggregate. And Bayern Munich advanced through to the quarterfinals. A weight off of my shoulders. Atalanta had 2 shots on target, 8 shots total, 34% of possession, and 3 corners. Their goal was scored in the 85th minute by Lazar Samaridish. We'll go with that. That's probably not right. Anyways, Bayern had 8 shots on target, 23 shots total, 66% of possession, and 6 corners. Our goal scorers: Harry Kane had a brace, so he scored 2. Leonard Carl scored again, and Luis Diaz scored as well. The penalty for Harry Kane was in the 25th minute, and then he scored from open play in the 54th minute. That was a banger, and that was his 50th Champions League goal, and he becomes the first Englishman to score 50 goals in the Champions League. And then Leonard Carls was in the 56th minute, again, one of Bayern's youngest goal scorers in the Champions League. And Luis Diaz, we know how he is. But I do have one thing worthy of a note here. So Bayern did do a couple debuts tonight for some of our youth players, and it just so happens that one of the players was 16. So he was born in 2010. Yeah. That's how I feel. That's literally how I feel, realizing it. I was like, I'm getting old.
Behind the dark circles I'm experiencing. Oh.
Yeah, but that was nuts. And I was like, but Harry Kane was the man of the match for the game.
Yeah. Love Harry. He's gonna be my next jersey, I'm telling you right now. My next jersey. But moving on, we have Arsenal beats Leverkusen 2-0. Arsenal advances 3-1 on aggregate. Leverkusen had 2 shots on target and 10 shots total, 59% of possession and 8 corners. Arsenal had 13 shots on target, just 20 shots total, 41% of possession and 10 corners. Eberechi scored in the 36th minute, and Declan Rice scored in the 63rd minute, and of course Declan Rice was the man of the match.
Dang, 20 shots total compared to 10 shots. But yet Leverkusen had a better percent of possession. And that just doesn't make sense to me.
That doesn't make sense.
It's crazy. Our next and final game, PSG beating Chelsea 3-0. They move on in aggregate. PSG do 8-2. Yeah, you ate to see it. You had to know that was funny.
I really should.
2 jokes. Bayern did it first, and they did it better. So Chelsea had 8 shots on target, 15 shots total, 49% of possession, and 9 corners. Whereas PSG had 5 shots on target, 8 shots total, 51% of possession, and 3 corners. So again, that seems pretty even-ish. But how did Chelsea not put one in the back of the net? I don't know. PSG's goals in the 6th, 14th, and 62nd minute. Khvicha Kvaratskhelia scored in the 6th. Bradley Barcola in the 14th. And Seni Mayola in the 62nd. And Kvaratskhelia was the man of the match again. So now we're moving on to the quarterfinals. Our first matchup, to no one's surprise, is Sporting versus Arsenal. Well, I think we all know who the clear winner is on this one. So tough luck for Sporting. And then our next one is Barcelona versus Atleti. I feel like this one could go either way.
Yeah. Arsenal was the clear, but Barca, Atleti, I don't know, man.
It could literally go either way, but I'm rooting for Atleti personally. personally. And then we have PSG versus Liverpool. Again, this is gonna be another good game, I think. But you just never know what you're gonna get with PSG, and you never know what you're gonna get with Liverpool, especially because Liverpool's first game against Galatasaray, they went down 1-0, and they didn't score away. So that's gonna be rough. But I think that they have the second home leg advantage still, so that could work to their advantage unless PSG decide, screw that, we're just gonna run you over. And then our last game, the one that I'm putting good vibes out there. Bayern Munich versus Real Madrid. And I have to say, I like our chances this year. We have the second leg home, not stinking Pen Madrid over here. And we have a shot at fair refereeing. That's all I'm gonna say. And it should be good. We get our players back from their suspensions, and hopefully back from injury as well. And I just don't think that Pendred has as strong a squad as they have had in years past. So I am very optimistic about this. Hint, hint, wink, wink.
Both eyes. Be on the safe side. But that is our Champions League video for this week. Let us know in the comments your thoughts and opinions, especially on the quarterfinals. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on our post notifications. If it's one you haven't seen yet, go back and watch our last main episode. Or if you want to catch up or go back and watch our other Champions League videos, go ahead. And if you're an F1 fan, just popping by, go watch our last F1 video if you missed it. And check our links in the description below for all our social media pages. We have TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook, and a whole bunch of other ones, so go check them out. And yeah, that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Sorry for the bad lighting on my part.